Hi, this is Dr. Steven with Outclick Magazine. Our talent continues to abound here in South Florida. Today, we're going to be bringing you Kal Gajraj, who is our cover of this month for November 2020. He is the executive director of the Peter London Global Dance Company. Welcome, our cover model of the month, Kal. Welcome.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on the Dr. Steven Show. What an honor.
Thank you. We are so excited and honored that you were on this month's cover. You and I were chatting last night about what it was like to be on our fun magazine. Hopefully, it was fun. Do you have any fun stories of what it was like to be on the cover this month?
Oh, it was great for the aspect that it was kind of kept a secret for a while. I know you guys work, way far in advance, and we did the photo shoot and the interview, over the summer, and I didn't tell anyone. I wanted it to be a surprise. So when it hit stands, everyone, all of my friends and colleagues were taking photographs of the cover or of the magazine racks, around town, and they were shooting me text messages and messages on Facebook, and it was actually really cool just to be able to see that, and it built some excitement with everyone, and just being out and around town and seeing someone pick up the magazine and read the article, and I'm less than 10 feet away from them, so it was kind of cool just to be able to see that from across the room.
I was at Rosie's today for lunch. It's already towards the end of the month. People are still picking it up. I looked across Rosie's, who's one of our great advertisers, and there was a couple sitting at the table, and they had a magazine, and I could see your face across there. But it's really cool. We got the big rack at Alibi, and I think that's one of the places at the Eagle when you go and the whole wall is full of your face. It's so much great. It's so fun to see that. This is issue.com. If you go to issue.com/outclick, you can see the flip-book version of the magazine. And so Arthur is showing us that. Tell us, I hope you don't mind sharing the funny story about when someone approached you at Alibi with it. I thought that was a funny story, if you don't mind sharing that.
Oh, yeah. I was actually out and I grabbed a slice of pizza at the pizza place that's in the Alibi Plaza. And I went to Alibi to pick up a copy of the magazine because I was actually out of town the weekend that the magazine came out. So everyone was seeing it in person before I did, which, added to the excitement. So I went to go pick up a copy and someone stopped me and they're like, wait a second, is that you? And I said, yes. And they're like, oh my gosh, can you sign this for me? And after when I was like, okay, sure. So I signed it. And then by the time, there were 2-3 other people that were around. They're like, oh my gosh, can you sign my copy? And little did you know, standing there signing XOXO Kal on the cover of the magazine for about 4 to 5 people. So that was really exciting.
That's a lot of fun. Those are kind of fun stories. We love, as I said, we chatted before, we love featuring the people who are doing the real work and the leaders and here in our local community. I know you and I have been friends for a while and we've worked with your other organizations, and it's been fun to see you grow as a professional. But tell us about the Peter London Dance Company. What is that all about? What year did you start? And tell us about your shows.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been an incredible journey. So the last several years, I was actually the chief marketing officer for the Florida Grand Opera. And this year, I got the opportunity to become the executive director of the world-renowned Peter London Global Dance Company, which is a huge honor. They're based here in Miami. We're celebrating our 10th anniversary this year. We were actually founded in 2010 with a grant from the Knight Foundation for new work. So that's really exciting. And it really shows the immense participation of organizations like the Knight Foundation that they have in growing and cultivating the arts organizations in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. But we've been working over the last 10 years to be able to perform globally here in South Florida and across the world. And since I joined, we're working towards expanding our performances. Unfortunately, due to COVID this year, all of our and we switched to a virtual format, and we launched PLGDC at Home, which is our online platform. So you're able to access a lot of video content, interviews, masterclasses, behind the scenes, excerpts of previous performances, all online. It's just a $10 a month subscription that we ask. So it's almost just like having, a Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus account subscription. And that way you're able to support the organization and also to enjoy some contemporary dance and ballet at home.
Okay. Yeah. Tell us what your shows are like for someone who's not had the opportunity to see the Peter London Global Dance Company. What are your shows like, Hal?
Sure. So we perform at the Art Center at the Carnival Studio Theater,
Okay.
at the Betsy Hotel in Miami Beach, and then also the Little Haiti Cultural Complex and some other theaters around town. We performed at the Miramar Cultural Center in the past. So our performances, it is contemporary dance. So it's very similar to what you would see if you've ever seen, So You Think You Can Dance or Dancing with the Stars, some of those shows. So a lot of our dancers and choreographers, the best part about it is that they're all homegrown, meaning they're all from South Florida. They grew up here, they went to school here, they went to Miami-Dade College, they went to the New World School of the Arts. They were personally mentored by Peter London, and they've gone off and they've gone to Juilliard, they've gone to schools around the world, and they've been able to perform. And every year we do this world premiere at the Adrian Art Center in December, which Peter creates a brand new work for. So this year, it's the premiere of Women Roses Water. And this show is actually dedicated to all of the women who have lost a loved one through the pandemic and also through, social injustice. So this show is dedicated to women around the world that has lost someone. And we're really excited to present this virtually. It was originally scheduled for December 26th, live at the Carnival Studio Theater at the Art Center. But now we're virtually presenting it. We actually wrapped up filming this past weekend. And we're putting it all together. So everything has been socially distanced with the dancers, and we've taken all the precautions necessary to keep everyone safe. And all of the dancers and choreographers who are around the world have filmed their parts and sending it in. And our filmmakers actually putting it all together into one show that we will virtually premiere on December 26th. So hopefully everyone will be able to purchase a household ticket. So for our 10-year anniversary, our household ticket is only $10. And you'll have it available to stream from December 26th through December 31st. So we're asking everyone to, gather, if they're gathering with their family and friends, or if they're just they're by themselves for this holiday, to enjoy it at home safely.
Okay. And the title's called Women Roses Water. And again, it's going to be available this Saturday, December 26th, available
Correct.
through Thursday, December 31st, 2020. And is this on the Art Center website, or is this on your website, Cal?
This is the Art Center website. So tickets are available through the Art Center box office online or by calling.
Okay. And then, so let's talk about some of your dancers. You've got some of those online. We're going to look at some of the other fun people you've got. If you want to, I'll have Arthur switch over to the dancers.
Sure.
Tell us about, again, I think that's fascinating, where you get the dancers from and their lineage and how they get there. Tell a little more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I mentioned before, all of our dancers, are from Miami. And they're homegrown. They went to Miami-Dade College. They went to New World School of the Arts. They've gone on, to go to college around the world and perform. And they've all been mentored by Peter London. And it's pretty phenomenal that Peter has had this hand in mentoring some of the biggest dance stars in the world. For instance, Jamar Roberts with Alvin Ailey. He's going to have a special performance in Women Roses Water. And he is now actually the first resident choreographer for Alvin Ailey, which is fantastic. We also have a lot of dancers like Sharon Williams, who was recently in Broadway's The Lion King. We've had, Leon Cobb, or a lot of Aaron Lopez, Alexander Campbell. It's a lot of dancers who have gone on to do amazing things in the world of dance, and they all come back to perform in our world premiere every year.
Tell me a little bit about the New World School of the Arts, maybe for people who aren't familiar with that and your relationship with that. I think that's interesting too.
Yeah, absolutely. So the New World School of the Arts is basically the arts college for Miami-Dade College, and Peter is the distinguished professor of dance for the New World School of the Arts. So it's really exciting to have that type of connection with the community and with students who are have the ambition and the passion for learning dance.
So not only is he the founder of the dance company, he's on faculty, as I'm understanding that, on faculty at the college.
Correct.
Okay, and then he mentors the students, and then they become part of the production. That's really fascinating.
Yes.
Let's talk about, you've also got the choreographers. I want to have Arthur pull up the choreographers. And we're using South Florida talent to produce this show. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. So,
Mhm.
our dancers, Peter mentors them, and eventually the goal is for them to start choreographing their own works. And they do. They go off and they create these productions around the world. And Peter gives them an opportunity to come back and choreograph works here for our world premiere. So, for instance, Gentry Isaiah George, who you just mentioned, he went off and created his own dance company in New York, and now he's back here in Miami choreographing a piece for Women Roses Water, which is absolutely incredible.
Now, you and I have been trying to get together for dinner or drinks. You've been very hard to catch lately because you have been in rehearsals quite a bit lately coming up. Is there any sneak peeks or any hidden gems or secrets about the rehearsals you want to share? Anything fun?
Sure. So rehearsals have been very interesting, and even through the choreography process, because since we weren't able to have sessions in person, everything was done via Zoom. Which made it to be really interesting until we got to the point where we were able to have rehearsals at the Art Center, and everything was spaced out, and we took necessary precautions and temperature checks and made sure that we limited the amount of people that were in the space. And it was just really important for the health and safety of everyone that we took those precautions. And, a special thank you to the Art Center who helped us put those rehearsals together and all the safety precautions. And we had, the dancers and choreographers show up at certain call times, and, they rehearsed and they left. And then the next group came in. So we didn't have, dancers and choreographers sitting around, in large groups or gatherings. Everyone wore face masks. So it was great to see the dancers to be able to practice their passion for dance and to work on this piece, but also adhere to all of the CDC guidelines.
So back up. I'm trying to picture how you had dance rehearsals via Zoom, because I've seen Zoom on about everything going this year. Did you have big screens? How did dancers rehearse via Zoom? Because I don't think I can picture that without you describing it.
It's kind of crazy, because it's just as as you and I are just chatting here, Peter or the choreographers would be on one end and the dancers would be on the other end, and they're just backing up from the screen and they're just dancing, doing choreography in their bedroom or living room or dining room or wherever they can find the space. But we were really thankful that we were able to have some live rehearsals for the filming.
This world has changed so much this year. We've gone everything full sequence. We've done photos of the South Florida Symphony. They've got everyone spaced out and some virtual concerts. And so I hadn't yet pictured until now dancing rehearsals via Zoom. So this is something we're going to have to investigate. This sounds fascinating. But you guys, our arts partners have done such really creative work putting things together. Master Chorale just did a virtual concert. He had almost 400 people in that show. So it's just fascinating to see what all of you all have done, putting some of these shows and trying really to just make the best of a very difficult situation. So congratulations on making this work out.
Thank you. And it has been a challenge, because for all of us arts organizations, we're accustomed to performing in front of a live audience, not in front of a camera. So for the dancers and the performers and the artists, it's a little different, because they feed off of the reaction from the audience. So when that's replaced now by a camera, it makes it a little bit difficult to connect with the folks. But we hope that everyone is enjoying the virtual content from home. I encourage everyone to support the arts organizations, not only us, but all of us that are out there that are producing virtual content, because it isn't easy for us either. And we're trying to keep our artists working.
Now, part of what we've talked about with some of the artists is that it's difficult not to have the audience feedback. Have they encountered that without having the audience feedback?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's it's a little difficult, because it's the thrill of live theater. So when you take that element away, and you're just dancing in an empty room, it's kind of hard to get that feedback, because it's something that they thrive off of. So we're hoping that with this virtual premiere, that we were able to capture the essence and the emotion in the dance, and that also gets translated to everyone at home.
As an organist, I noticed in trying to record the videos, I am much more nervous one-on-one recording a video than I am playing in front of 2,000 people. So
Right.
I'm going to have to quiz some of our dancers and other people about that.
Yeah,
You,
absolutely.
you've got jazz singer Nicole Henry that's going to be part of it. Arthur's going to put up the website. Tell us about her.
Yeah, so Nicole Henry is a friend of Peter London's and the company, and this year she agreed to have a special performance as part of our 10-year anniversary. So she'll be performing as part of the premiere. And Nicole Henry, for anyone who doesn't know, she's an American award-winning jazz singer. So we're really, really excited to have her as part of this production.
You've also got Jamar Roberts, who's going to be part of the production.
Yep. So Jamar Roberts is from Alvin Ailey. He is the first resident choreographer for Ailey, and we're really excited to have him as part of the show. So he'll have a special showcase within the premiere.
Okay. All right. We'll have to do some. We were chatting earlier. We'll have to do a Hollywood Squares kind of interview and get them all on the same screen.
Yeah,
Maybe get them chatting.
that would be great.
Get them chatting about the show. Yeah. So again, this show is coming up. It's going to be, let me get the date. Where did it go?
So December 26th through December 31st.
December 26th to December 31st, 2020, in case someone watches this next year or catches it a year later.
Yeah.
Very good. Anything else coming up you want to share with us? Or I know everyone is in the plan, replan, cancel, because it's all such a moving target. So my heart goes out to everyone.
Where we're at right now. So we are working towards getting this production wrapped up and making it available to stream online. So while we're working on that, we're also working on our year-end campaign. So a lot of the funding for arts organizations come from fundraising. So we get grants, we get donations. So right now we're working on our end of year campaign to all of our ticket buyers and all of our donors to actually consider the Peter London Global Dance Company for your end of year tax deductible contribution. So we're contacting, all of our supporters and everyone, so they can help us out through the end of the year, which will help us through the first quarter of 2021.
Okay, I'm going to have Arthur pull up your website. He's going to pull that up. If you can share the tab, there's a donate button right on your website if they want to donate directly. It's real small there. We can see it still says donate. It'll take you right to that. Any other ways people can donate or get involved like that, Cal, you want to share? Or is it best just to send you their credit card right through that? Or
yeah, absolutely. So we have a secure PayPal portal online that you can make your donations through, or if you'd like to write a check, we can do that as well. If you contact us, we'll give you that information. But we also try to participate in several different annual giving campaigns every year. So we just recently participated in Give Miami Day, which was fantastic. We raised over $6,000 in one day. So that was fantastic. And thank you to everyone who donated to us that day. We're also participating in Giving Tuesday, which is coming up on December 1st. So that information will be available on our website this weekend.
Okay. We were part of the Give Miami Day for Miami Foundation. We were part of that day. So that's a phenomenal group, again, to be a part of. So but this is amazing. We look forward to more great things to come from the Peter London Global Dance Company and from your leadership, Cal. And thank you for being on the cover. It was a real joy to work with you. And I know I've seen you grow as an individual and as a leader, and I just look for more great things to come.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity and also the visibility as well to be able to showcase from a multicultural standpoint the diverse membership of South Florida.
Thank you. We're always excited to just tell, you and I were talking, we like to showcase to what people are doing and the leaders and the real people that are really that are creating the culture here in the arts, entertainment, business, travel. There's so much going on. I'm from Kentucky. I will always be a Kentucky boy at heart, but I love South Florida. I love our culture here. I love the diversity. Most of all, I love the arts and entertainment here and what all the people are doing. They're such a joy to work with. I love what I do because I love the people that work in our industry. So Arthur's going to put up your website again so people see it, plgdc.org, if we have that correct.
Yes.
And he's going to put up your social media. You can go to your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You've got a lot of great content on there. And then we've got your show coming up. Is there anything you wanted to cover I didn't ask Cal?
No, I think this was great. Thank you so much for this opportunity again. It's been a fantastic month. It's been great being able to talk with you and connect with the readers as well, so they can learn more about the arts, about Peter London Global Dance Company. I think it was absolutely amazing.
Good. The last question I'm asking everyone in all these programs is, what words of encouragement can you give our listeners and viewers during these unprecedented times?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when we first spoke a couple of
So,
months ago, I remember saying to, please wear a mask because the faster that we can get through this, the faster we can get through getting back to live theater. But now that we're a couple months, advance of where we were before, and, things are starting to open up, restaurants and so on. There's some theaters, the Art Center has now started socially distanced shows. And right now, I just encourage everyone to be vigilant. Vigilant. So it's just, if you're not feeling well, stay home. Wear a mask when you're in public. If you don't need to be out, don't be out. And I think the onus is on us. I don't think that we should wait for any type of politician or government official to tell us what to do. We're smart enough to be able to act on our own and to be able to help each other, because that's the only way we're going to be able to get through this.
yep, I think where everybody's waiting to see the vaccine or whatever is going to happen next, and we've all predicted, but we have survived, we have endured, we have created new ways and new change and new avenues and new venues, and so we will make it through this together. We are stronger together, as our Greater Fort Lauderdale Convention and Visitors Bureau have said. So
Absolutely. And I encourage everyone to support the arts, get involved, make a contribution if you can, support the virtual productions, because it's not our favorite. And I'll be the first to admit that for any of us. But we're doing what we can to be able to provide this art to the public for you to enjoy at home. So please, continue to support all of your arts organizations and help us, thrive for the next year to come.
Mm-hmm. These organizations must be available for after all of this. It's what is so important to our culture. It's what I've said this a million times on these videos. It's what educates our people. It's what makes us a better culture. It perpetuates who we are. It progresses us along. We've talked to so many organizations that are talking about not only LGBT issues, but HIV and AIDS issues. So many different issues that the altruistic motives that are coming out of all of this from so many of the arts has been so impressive that I think they were there before. It's bubbled to the surface even more so through all of this. So it's great things are to come. And as my mentor said, don't waste your suffering. And I don't think we are through this.
Yeah, and the arts provide an escape. Whether it's Broadway or the ballet or opera or contemporary dance, musical theater, it allows us to escape our reality for an hour or two into a completely different world. And to experience something different. So I can't wait until we can be patrons again.
Yeah, you leave inspired, you leave a better person, and you leave encouraged. We've got the virtual stuff until now. We're holding on, but no, it will. Kal, thank you so much for joining us on the program. It's been a real joy. And again, it's been our honor having you on our cover. We thank you for all that you're doing with the dance company.
Thank you so much, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. It's going to be almost Merry Christmas. The website is plgtc.org for people to look them up. And if you'd like to get on our email list, you can text OCQ to 22828. And again, I'm Dr. Steven, and this is Kal. Have a good evening.
Bye.